Hey y'all, Dr. J here, author of Leadership is Not Enough, an operator's guide to a performance culture. And over the next several weeks, I'd like to explain elements of a performance culture. And we need to start with the most important element of performance. So let's just look at cars. You put two cars next to each other, one's a performance automobile and one is not, and nobody asks what the difference is. Everybody knows that that performance automobile is held to very high standards, that it's made very tightly, that it will produce an output greater than a regular automobile. And the same thing goes for an organization. It starts with exacting standards. And in our world, in our parlance, that means accountability. Very tight accountability. Everybody must know every day what they're being held accountable to, so that in a year's time, when it becomes time for their review, they'll know whether or not they're going to get a raise. Just like a performance car is built to reach performance standards so that it reaches that outcome, so that they make that race win, same thing is true for every employee. No offense, owners, your people aren't working for you because they love you. They're working for you for the money, for the raise, for their own life. People show up for their reasons, not yours. And so in the end, every employee wants to know every day, am I going to get a raise in a year so that I can beat the cost of living? And so to tie this all in, it's not just about accountability. It's regularly assessing the employee based upon the perspective of what's going to happen in a year's time. So every one-on-one, every week, tell your employees, hey, you're doing a great job. That's a 3, by the way, on the scale of 5. See, every employee thinks they're a 5. Truth of the matter is, then they get to their review and they say, hey, boss, I don't understand. All year long, you said I was doing great, yet you're only giving me a 3. Yeah, because 3 means you're doing your job. That's exactly right. 3 means you're doing your job to the standards we set for you. Good job. You want a 4, you got to beat that. You want a 5, I never need to talk to you again. You need to tell me what's going on. That's a 5. That's godlike performance, right? 3, getting the job done. So on a regular basis, every week, tell your employees what's necessary to go from meeting expectations, to doing their job, to meeting the performance key metrics, to actually exceeding them so that they can get that raise that they're really searching for. So again, performance starts with standards. In our parlance, standards means accountability, exact measurements for your team. Do that, regularly tell them how they're doing and whether or not they're going to win that promotion or raise race at the end of the year. Do these things, and you might just get that performance environment you're looking for in 2026. All right, y'all. Peace to you.